What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Brian Parsons with VaultNutrition.com. I'm here talking about how to know if someone's on steroids. It's a touchy subject, so I want to go over several different things. I got some pointers. This can be used for anyone that maybe wants to know, curiosity, if somebody else is on gear or not. But first thing I'd like to mention is there is no 100% foolproof method to really know with absolute certainty, besides a mission, that someone's on steroids. Okay, first off. So I want to get that out the way because, you know, fuck it, you know. But a few different points. Some of them are pretty obvious. You got muscle gain, you know, quite obviously, one of the indicators that someone's juicing, they're going to gain weight exponentially fast. If they gain 30 pounds, within 1 month period, it's pretty likely that they're doing something. Okay. You have other small indicators, vascularity, muscle fullness. You have graininess, which is, kind of how hard the muscle looks. People's tempers come into play. You have aggressiveness, people tend to be, fly off the wire, the slight indicator. Strength, that's another big one. If you can all of a sudden, your bench goes up 50, 75 pounds, it's likely that there's a reason for that also as well, and that's something that you could, track. So, you could have side effects that can also have telltale signs like gynecomastia. There's that's pretty much it as far as indicators that you could visibly see. Strength, muscle fullness, graininess. Short tempered. But one of the biggest key points to not to leave it out is fat-free mass index, which that's actually probably the most accurate way to really know, if someone's on steroids or not, because if you're, I think the upper limit's somewhere around 26 for your fat-free mass index, FFMI. Anything over that, it's almost absolute certain that you're not an athlete, for that reason, because your body can only sustain a certain amount of added muscle mass, at all times naturally. So, with that being said, if you're carrying around, 50, 70 pounds more muscle than the average guy, why are you different than everyone else? When everyone else is training, putting in work, has a perfect diet, 7, 8 meals a day, 300, 400 grams of protein, and, you're, light years ahead of them. Just saying, there's a reason for that. So keep all those things in the back of your head when you're looking at different people. My perspective has always been, I don't care. It's personal. It's a person's personal preference. But you should be educated. You should know what your risks are, and it's not to be taken lightly. So consider all those things. And with the fat-free mass index, essentially what that is that is the lean muscle tissue that you carry around all the time. Above, if you basically take your fat and muscle bone density and you break those down into sections, fat-free mass index is, basically the amount of fat mass or the amount of muscle mass that you have versus fat mass. So that is a fairly accurate indicator. If you're looking at somebody, I'd like to think that people understand, I'm not trying to diss anybody, but the bodybuilders out there that are, around 6 foot, and they're really close to 300 pounds and muscular and veiny, and abs are popping out. And to me, that should be remotely obvious, without a doubt. I mean, they're on not just on a plain cycle, but on a lot of shit, you know. And that's their choice. But there are surprisingly people that believe, you know, some of these guys that tell these stories that they're natural. What fucking planet? I just it's amazing to me that I'm not naming names, I'm not calling anybody out, but that you could sit there and truthfully say, in the camera and say, I'm natural, and you're 300 pounds, and you're shredded, and you're 5'11". It's just that's makes no sense to me. So just keep that in mind. I'm just doing this video so that hopefully it can help some people. They can make their own conclusions. Because, like I said, there's not enough clarity. There's a few YouTube guys that put out, honest to goodness truth, and I would prefer to be, one of those guys rather than trying to, push a bunch of bullshit, have an agenda. So that's my tip, and take it or leave it. Check out the rest of my channel, subscribe to my content, like my content,